Thank you for visiting Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah. I am going to do a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of June. I have already meditated on the cards. I have shuffled the cards. This is what came out. We have Two of Wands in the past position, Seven of Wands in the challenging position, Queen of Pentacles in the present, and Ten of Cups in the future. Of course, with the clarifiers here below. Please remember that this is a general reading, and so there may be parts that do not resonate with you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. And we will start with the Two of Wands, which is your not-so-distant past. Probably maybe April or beginning of May, somewhere around that time frame. And it looks like there was some sort of a decision that you had to make because you have the world in your hand. You have these two sticks, basically, that suggest you have several options, and it is usually a decision card. With the clarifier Queen of Swords, that means there is some female present in your entourage, probably. It doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, although I think it is a woman. It could be, you know, a man with feminine traits. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very blunt. She communicates clearly, and she uses the sword to help her communicate. She's not afraid to cut people out. So I think in the combination, the Two of Wands and the Queen of Swords, there was some sort of a decision you had to make, but you know, I think Scorpio generally are people who sort of are kind of gray. They're not so black and white. And so there was someone that made your decision difficult because this person is blunt and very in your face at times, you know, not willing to probably work with you at all. So you definitely had a bit of a struggle with this decision because you, Scorpio, tend to want to do everything to maximize the outcome to be in your interest. So you definitely have a little bit of charm. You definitely had a little bit of negotiating skills. And this person, the Queen of Swords, someone who has power, someone who is accomplished. This is not, you know, lower end card. This is a higher end card. So this is someone clearly that you had to interact with, deal with. You couldn't just sort of ignore, pretend this person's not there. So they definitely made a very difficult situation for you. And so in the challenging position, you have Seven of Wands, and you've got all these obstacles in your way. But you, Scorpio, are pretty determined, so you fight because you know the end game. You know what it is you're fighting for. You know what it is that you want. And so the Seven of Wands is a card of obstacles. And of course, Death, I apologize, is a card of ending, change, transformation. But together, this is a negative position. This is a challenging position. So there's something you're doing wrong. This is generally a very positive card. It means you have challenges, difficulties, and you're overcoming them. But with Death and in the negative position, it suggests that you're doing things the wrong way. You must change your plans or it will not work out. And I think you do. I think you recognize the power of this lady. I think that maybe you made a decision you didn't really want to make, and the obstacles didn't go away. They're there. And so this brings us to your present, the Queen of Pentacles and Four of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles is very proud of her achievements. Very wonderful card, very wonderful card, very positive card. I like the rabbit over in this corner, but this is a card of achievement. This is a card of stability, security, financial security. And of course, the Four of Swords is resting. So you've had these obstacles. You've had this maybe ending of something you perhaps didn't want to end. You have this difficult lady that's in your way. And so after all this kind of turmoil, if you will, and Scorpios tend to keep things on the inside. They don't tend to wear their hearts on their sleeve. They don't share information just with anyone, only with trusted people. And so the Four of Swords in this present position is very appropriate because it suggests... Sorry, I thought I heard something. Because it suggests that you're resting. The Queen of Pentacles in this present position suggests that you are working on a new path. There is, together with the Four of Swords, there's a bit of stagnation, and there's a bit... Of course, as I was speaking, my battery died, so I had to re-energize and get back on the horse. So I was saying that the Queen of Pentacles here is a very positive card. To me, it says that you are close to your accomplishment of the goal that you have. You are in a period of rest and reassessment. Perhaps you're tweaking the plan that you have worked out, but you definitely need rest after these, fighting with these obstacles and challenges, and after, something you were working on has ended. You definitely have had a whale of a time with someone who has been rather difficult. And so you are in a period of resting, and you know exactly where you're going, you know exactly what the plan is, and of course, look at this wonderful outcome. I mean, this is just glorious. I mean, 10 of Cups, are you kidding? This is absolute happiness, and 10 is completion. It means that emotionally you feel really, really good. It just sort of means that you're kind of back. It means that you have lasting emotional bonds. This is a really good card. I mean, and this is your near future. This is your outcome. You're doing good. You're on the upswing. The Knight of Swords is, of course, a very fast-moving energy. He's bringing you good news. So your outcome is coming fast. And your dreams are coming true. So you definitely, I think, earned this because you've had some obstacles that you were, fighting with, and some heavy negative kind of energy, low vibes, low vibrations. So this is an absolutely wonderful outcome. Let's see what our message is from the universe. I shuffled and pulled a card from the Messages of the Universe deck, and this is what the card says. When I lean toward love, I am led. It reminds us that love can take many different forms. It can be love for people, love for animals, love for plants, trees, love for nature. It can be love for a hobby. It can be love for a friend. But it reminds us that love is an emotion that fills us positively and it will always lead us to a good outcome. So this is not necessarily sort of a message as to what you should do, Scorpio. You're very smart. You already know what you should do. This is just a reminder to think love first, rather than anything else. And even when you're sort of leading with love, leaning towards love, your interests will always be protected. In this case, it could be self-love. It could be love of your family, you know. It could be love of your work. It just, love is a pretty big word that encompasses many different things. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I would love to see you back here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy this reading, and I will see you very soon. Thank you for visiting.